I met him. Well, we had the same road manager, Monty Lee Wilkes, who was a Salman road manager guy. We had him in the late '80s. He's from Minnesota. He's from Minneapolis. He was part of that Minneapolis scene. Lori Barbero from Babes in Toyland was a really good friend of mine who I met back when I was a prosecutor at a Dead Boys Hipsters show. This band called the Hipsters, which was one of my favorite bands. And we would like take the train to Minneapolis and stay on her couch. And she had bands practicing in the basement always, and she was like the queen of Minneapolis as far as I was concerned. So she knew everybody. So he was working with us, and he started working with Nirvana. So I met Kurt a couple times with and Dave Grohl. And Chris, I met them here in Atlanta. I didn't go to the Athens show. I think we had a play, but the last time I ever saw Kurt Cobain was in front of the coffee shop in Athens, and he was holding his daughter, and Courtney was in the coffee shop, and we were standing on the sidewalk. He was like, hey, because she was making this record in Atlanta where we made Fly Me Courageous. They had a poster of me on the wall or something, but I think he might have been like, and I was like, yeah. And I remember the Violent Femmes, who I grew up with, took them to Australia on like Bleach, maybe even. I think they were hip to him very early on, Brian Ritchie. And so we had a really great discussion about Peter and the Wolf. I was saying, oh, I remember she's going to go to kindergarten someday. And I remember, and then I start ranting like I am now. I'm talking at Kurt Cobain, saying, like, remember when you were in like kindergarten and you would like bring a towel, you like sleep on you had that nap time. And I remember Peter and the Wolf. And then we started talking about Peter and the Wolf and the oboe and the bassoon and how they're like having the conversations with each other. And we had a good talk about that. He's like, yeah, I think he said something about using a bassoon or an oboe, or he used a bassoon or an oboe. I think he was thinking about using one on the next record or something like that. And I'm told, a couple people told me that he had Scarred But Smarter, but I don't know if that's true. It seems like he could have. We played Seattle in the old days. There's this girl called Susie who I think who was always really, really cool. She might have been a promoter actually, but she used to make mixtape. I think she made mixtapes from what I can remember. But he might have heard of us from her, maybe. We played there in the early days a lot. Pioneer Square and stuff like that. But that was the last time I ever saw him.
But he was nice to you and everything.
Oh, he's a very cool, kind. I know he was probably friends with Dyke Kreutzen and things like that, so.
Is he buddies?
He was a very aw shucks guy. He was very, once again, like.
Yeah.
I can't imagine to be on the ride that he ended up on after just how anybody would handle that well.
Yeah, it was.
It's not a normal thing for a human being to experience.
No, not many people could handle that, But I do remember like that we did a show in Charlotte, and somebody had given us the pre-release of Nevermind on cassette, and I remember two records I remember like that. The first time I ever heard, and we were friends with the Black Crowes. They had a band here called the Mr. Coast Garden, and I remember the first time my friend Valina played me that record, I was like, God damn it. Fuck. Fuck. I am never going to make a record this good. And then I heard Nirvana and I was like, fuck. God damn. You fuckers. Oh my God, this is good. Oh, Gert, my dog does not like, Gertie runs away when I use the F word. Sorry, Gertie. She does. She hates the F word and the harmonica. Two things she hates. I'm sorry, Gertie. I was just joking.
It's nothing personal.
I was joking, eh?
Did you know the Robinson guys like then when you heard the?
Oh sure, yeah. We were. I was fans of their band, Mr. Crow's Garden. We did one infamous gig where it was Mr. Crow's Garden and Driving and Crying at the Griffin, Georgia roller rink, and they only served Cokes. It was an afternoon show, and they it was like the Beatles in the song. It's like they served, but there was the first place they served pickle juice. Like you could buy a glass of pickle juice.
Is it a Georgia thing?
I don't know. I've never seen it since, but they're like, "Do you want one Coca-Cola pickle juice?" I was like, I'll get a pickle juice just to say I had one. Just like you have to have one pig ear sandwich in your life just to know that it's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. But my friend Tom Clark he loves pickles, so he probably would have loved the pickle juice on a hot day. And I think it's got electrolytes in it and all.
But you played at a roller rink.
Played a roller rink with what they later became the Black Crows. But yeah, I knew them. Their manager and best friend worked with. I had a girlfriend at the time, and she worked at Record Bar. And David Macias.
Friends with David.
Yeah, David Macias and Mary worked together, and then he lived with Chris, I think, next door to us. And when we all lived together in Little Five Points, we all lived together. Amy, Emily lived there, but lots of people lived there, And yeah, and they had this song. I was talking with them the other day. I keep bugging them. I feel bad about it, but they had this song called "It's Not Fair," which is like my favorite Mr. Crow's Garden song. And there's a set list in one of their box sets or something that says "It's Not Fair" on their set list. I said, "Okay, you did do a song called "It's Not Fair." They go, "Yeah, we don't." So did you ever record it? It's like, no. It was really good. It was kind of like sitting on a fence by the Rolling Stones. Like, I'm just sitting on a fence. It's like, it's not fair the way you make me walk the floor. It's not fair. So I'm hoping someday they'll do a version of it for me.
Didn't you guys get invited to do a tour with them?
We did. To a tour with them. There's this weird thing in Atlanta where it was like our two camps were like when we both started getting famous. We were like already starting, and then they kind of were right behind us, right as we were ascending. They were like kind of ascending, but they were on like Rick Rubin's thing, and they were like all that, and we were like, one of the things that misnomers of growing up in bands, as you will figure out later if you're dumb enough to have a band, is that there's no linear line of you're going to be famous and then the next person gets famous. You just are what you are. Be who you are. And then if people latch on, they latch on. They don't latch on. So they were getting really famous really fast and passing us in the fast lane. And there was like a little bit of animosity between some of our camps or people, I think people in Atlanta. I didn't really care because I'd already seen people rise. I was friends with the Violent Femmes and watched them and the Bodines, and I've seen people I saw in little bars become something and go somewhere. So it was like I saw them, I knew they were going to go. I mean, I had no animosity towards them. But I think some of our crews and our friends were all like couldn't be on both sides or something. So anyway, there's a lot of years in between that was a little weird in them. And I always bought their records, and I always went and saw them play. I don't go backstage, so rarely went. Here's another. If you're a music fan, let me give you a really great hint right now. Okay, listen to me. Stop what you're doing and listen to me. Don't go backstage. There's nothing back there. Show's out there. You see the show, enjoy the freaking show, and then go home. If you run into them at the Kroger, tell them that was a good show. Don't go backstage. Yeah. There's the bass player has diarrhea or had a fight with his girlfriend, or that was the worst version of your favorite song that you think was your favorite. Don't go back there. There's no reason for you to go backstage after the show. Stop it.
You're gonna walk back there.
Stop it.
Somebody is standing.
Stop going backstage. Stop inviting me backstage. I don't want to go there. No disrespect, but I don't want to go. I went and saw Todd the other night. It was a freaking great show. Me and Anna walked down the stairs and said, "Todd, great show. Bye." That was it. Because they were like, "Are you going to go back?" I was like, first of all, if you are going to go back, give them 15 minutes to reassemble themselves. But, there's nothing nothing back there that is of any use to anybody. So I don't know where I went off on this freaking tangent, but so the Black Crowes were we about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. My agent said, the Black Crowes have reached out to see if you want to open a couple of these shows. They have a 5 shows or something like that, 4 or 5 shows. I said, I said, not really. I mean, I only want. I mean, if they want us to do it, I want to do it. But if it's like somebody who's like trying to get like 2 bands versus each other, or some promoters thing, like we should get Drive-In Crying, and so I'm not interested in that because I'm not in that. I mean, you can't compare art or give art. I know, it's like I'm just not interested in perpetuating that. I said, and then Chris Robinson called me and was like, no, I really want you to do it. It's like, okay, well, absolutely, if you want to do it as. And they were so great, and they were, and they gave
classy of him to call you.
He called me and was like, "No, this is not coming from this girl who works for so and so. Like, wouldn't it be cool if we get 2 Georgia bands?" And it's like, because I wouldn't want to do that. And then I was like, "What do you want to hear?" And they were like, "You should do." So they made the set list. They made at least half the set list for us every night, and and so they, they really love this song from my punk rock band called Acceleration. And so I did it for them. I opened the show every night. Did Acceleration. Said, what about Scarborough Smarter or Keys to Me or things from Count the Flower? I said, I'll do the whole fucking first record if you want. And some of the people were like, man, you didn't play Straight to Hell. I was like, was it on the set list? Talk to Chris. You didn't put it on it. I don't know. He didn't. He invited me here. I'm here to warm up the audience.
That's beautiful, though.
It was it was really, really. It was better. It was so important to me because it was this lingering thing that like I can't fix everything, and when you're surrounded with people and people around you say shit, and it's like you can't. I don't know what that fucking guy said. I can't control that. And this guy, whatever. It's like I don't know. I don't fucking even know that guy, and whatever. So I was just glad that eventually. Oh, sorry, Gertie. I'm sorry. Come back. I was joking. Gertie, come here. I was joking.
No harmonica
She
playing.
really doesn't like the F word. I'm so sorry.
That is beautiful. A dog that doesn't like the F
Oh,
word
she hates
or
it.
harmonica.
She hates it. So anyway, it was a very rite of passage, and then recently, it was just really great, and we've had more. There's more to come, more things to come. Yeah, and I just love. He's like, to me, one of my favorite American rock singers. Like, he's a lead singer, so it's not. I'm not a lead singer. I'm a guitar singer-songwriter that is forced into being the lead singer of the band. If anybody wants to be a lead singer, give me a call. I would love to have a lead singer to do all this. I don't want to be the singer. I would rather be the guitar player.
Is he
Kugo?
Is he the last of the great frontmen?
For me, he's the greatest American lead singer. For me.
Yeah, he's a great.
He's a showman. He walks around. He's healthy. He's limber. But he's also he takes what he does very seriously. And then you have Rich over here, who's like also a good underrated guitar player. He's an amazing guitar player. Really great sounds. It's fun to watch him change all the guitars, but they're great songwriters. I mean, they write some great songs that sound like Black Crow songs.
Well,
They're the best Black Crows that exist.
They play through amplifiers, loud on stage.
Yeah.
They don't have any pre-recorded tracks.
No.
They mess up.
Yeah.
There's human beings involved, and they do it on a certain level. There's not really much of that left anymore.
Right.
It's like the Neil Young model, what once was.
Right.
And there's a lot of people doing it at a smaller level or whatever, but they do it on large stages.
Yeah.
And it's kind of beautiful. And I think there's people that appreciate that and want to go.
And They're better than they were. Just like I feel like musically, I'm better than I ever was. I sing better. I play better. I think I write better songs. I think I'm better than I was 40 years ago. And I think the same thing with the Black Crowes. I think that their last couple records have been great. I mean, yeah, of course you can't rewrite iconic songs. You know, I can't rewrite a 3-chord Straight to Hell. I don't even know. Nobody even wanted songwriting credit on that song. Everyone thought it was so stupid. It was stuck at the end of the record, and who knew that was going to be something? I mean, I can't if I could, I tried to redo it in a couple. Like I have a song called "Right Side of Town," which was like 3 chords. I thought, well, this is going to be. You just can't reproduce "She Talks to Angels" or.
And there might
It's the same thing. There's a similar thing to REM. Like Jesse Malin really turned me on to this thinking about REM. Was like there's this REM world here in the South where it's like everything before Green is like sacred, and then kind of like then there's that era. But Jesse Malin kind of like was like he really likes some of the later REM stuff. I thought that so I really went back and re-listened to some of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
You can take the plastic off if you want.
I want you guys to know about this. We have a 3-record set here where we have. It's pretty much. Can we call it a tribute record? A tribute record to you.
Anna, what's it called?
So Let's Go Dancing
tribute.
said
Yeah.
The Falling Rain to the Open Flame, a compilation celebrating the songs of Kevn Kinney. Songs from performances from Keller Williams, Todd Snyder, David Ryan Harris, T. Hardy Morris, David Barbie, Scott McAhee, featuring Peter Buck, Old Crow Medicine Show, Abe Partridge, Future Birds. Man, the drummer used to live in the house next to me. It's the crazy world we live in here. If he's watching, how you doing, man? Puddles Pity Party, buddies with Mangler. Man, so many people I know here. I've heard of this Todd Snyder guy, but I'm not sure. Lily Mae and Rich Love. Look at me, I'm just reading and reading. Jamie Johnson featured Likely Culprits. The Griddle Lickers with Mick Kinney.
Skill Lickers, yeah.
The
right,
Griddle
Griddle
Lickers,
Lickers,
okay.
yeah.
Raylan Nelson Band, Elizabeth Cook and Butch Walker. I know Elizabeth. Darius Rucker and the Carolina Gray Boys. Jesse Malin, who we were just talking about. Chuck Mead, one of my favorite people in the world, and Anna Kramer and Easy Now, featuring Fran Capitanelli, Jimmy Vivino, Mike Ferris, Ricky McKinney, the Blind Boys of Alabama with Trina Mead and Glenwood Lights. I'm on fire over here.
You're nailing it.
Let's see what else we got here. Patterson Hood, who I just interviewed a couple months ago. There's an interview on the channel here. You'll see, I should have pointed out every other one. There's a few other people that I've said their names, but featuring Peter Buck. I'm going to pause and say that the first time I ever played in Athens, Georgia, I was touring with the Bottle Rockets.
Oh my God!
And we played at Tasty Freeze. Tasty something.
Tasty World.
Tasty World. Tasty
Horrible room.
Tasty Freeze is the place.
Loudest, worst room in Athens. Yeah.
Tasty Freeze is in the Mellencamp song. That's what
Yeah.
Patterson Hood and Peter Buck came out and shook hands with both of them, but I was just like, wow, it's Peter Buck, man.
Yeah.
And Alejandro Escoveda, Reckless Eric, Elf Power, Parker Gispert,
From the Wigs.
Aaron Ray, Pylon Reenactment Society, that's a great band name. Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit, that's an up-and-comer that you probably might hear some good things about sometime in the future. Gordon Gano and Boy Dirt Car, featuring Violent Femmes, Shovels and Rope, the Great Lakes Swimmers, one of my favorite band names, Shelley Colvin, featuring Dylan LeBlanc. And you should go to Kevin's website and pick one of these up.
Where is it at, Anna?
Tasty Goody Records.
Tasty Goody Records.
TastyGoodyRecords.com or something maybe.
And it's a benefit record for one of the Shelley Colvin's. I don't know what happened to the card. Oh, here. So it's a Shelley Colvin is a really close friend of mine. It's one of these things that goes out in the woods.
Yeah.
These are benefits. So that we'll send you a card, Here's the QR code. There you go.
All right.
I don't know how to do that, but
Not sure how to do that either. Is anything in focus here?
I don't know.
People should be able to find out about it on Kevin's website.
But yeah, you'll be able to find it, and Merch Mountain and all sorts of things.
Go to KevnKinney.com.
Music, Kevin Kinney Music.
Kevn Kinney Music.
Yeah, I think so.
Kevn
Yes.
Kinney
Yeah.
MUSIC.
I think so.
I feel like I just about MOUSC.
I don't know.
But
I don't think I've ever been to my website.
and if you're like
Do I have a website?
if you're one of those strange, twisted individuals who believe in supporting traveling artists in their endeavors, pick up a physical copy. It goes a long way. And if not, at least go stream it on whatever your streaming platform is
Yeah.
and listen to it. And
And
so-
you can get a list of the charities that were. It's going to 4 different charities and maybe some more. So it's going to. There's a couple here. The one Alejandro's, Ike Stubblefield had one, and then Tom Gray from the Brains had passed away. He has in one of his charities.
all right.
He did for that. So
I
there you
tried
go.
to-
Thank you for mentioning that. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
I tried to get him to send the proceeds to the Save the Otis Foundation, but that
That's a
didn't work
separate
out
thing.
too well.
We're working on that.
I've been working on selling my Otis's grifter pills,
Okay.
but we haven't got those out yet. So
Okay.
it's an ongoing joke. But anyhow, thank you for putting up with me, man. And,
Yeah.
and be sure and
I hope I explained anything that you needed explained.
I think we've solved
Okay.
most of the world's problems.
Just grab a guitar, pick a couple chords, and write yourself a song. Sing your way out of it, baby.
It's amazing how much better the world gets when you just make a little bit of art for no reason than to make it.
Well, it's an honor being on your show.
I hope it doesn't cause you any stress or pain.
It will.
From one Midwesterner to
You
another.
probably ruined my life. Thank you. Here's another Midwestern thing. Let me guilt trip you. Can't believe you made me do this.
Oh, man.
That's so weird.